But like what you're saying there with regards to what the lady said to you, the expectation, and that makes me go to the next point with regards to the expectations and that you think sometimes, or we think sometimes, are put on us as black people and even as black women, and where you were then trying to move from your accountancy and finance career into having this fine dining business. I mean, was there any weight of expectation there on you?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. I feel like you need to prove yourself a lot more. And even maybe more to your own people than anyone else. You really, really need to prove yourself, because it's about also changing the perception of how we eat. And I feel like sometimes we don't really value our own food and our own products as well. So it's about, there's part of my service that, well, there's something that I don't do. I don't do food warmers. So I really, really believe that. I'm not saying we don't, if someone wants to use a food warmer to serve food, there's nothing wrong with that. But there are lots of people that do food warmers. So even now when I say to people, I don't do food warmers, people think that I am trying to be snobbish. And that's not it at all, because I really think that cooking fresh and making sure that the food gets to that end user very, very fresh, and putting it on the table where it doesn't necessarily need to be plated individually, or with a butler carrying it, but you can still do a family style and still do a really nice meal. And that's how that's how we eat, to be honest. As black people, we eat together and all of that, and having to queue for our food. I don't know why all of a sudden we think that's an appropriate way to serve people, where you put it in a food warmer and it stays there the whole day. And with just people topping on top of what's been there already, and not actually, which I kind of usually put that down to the fact that we do not respect our own product and our own food. We really, really respect our own food. You want to make sure that it's absolutely fresh and presented well when you give it to that end user to eat it. But I have to say, with regards to difficulties and having to work extra hard, absolutely, you have to work extra hard as a black person. I find if I was white doing food and products and that, when I'm at the stores and that, I don't think I'll have to work hard at convincing people to buy my food.
Yes.
I think when I'm standing there and I'm trying to convince them that actually this is not going to kill you. I eat it, my children eat it, my grandparents eat at least, and they're still absolutely okay. So yeah, we still have those barriers and cultural things, really, and which is why whenever I see, to be honest, whenever I'm at like the market I am the only black person in that market that sells a food product. And I try my best to be there all the time, because I just like whenever I'm there, I'm representing, and I'm representing an entire race, which is quite
a weight to carry.
It's quite a lot of weight, and
it is.
But it's all good. It's absolutely all good, but there's so much more positive, because you do get people that say to you, oh wow, and black people that actually send you messages saying how proud they are of what you're doing.
Yes,
which is amazing. And you're just like, oh, thank you. And people that hire you that absolutely appreciate the efforts that you go through to make sure that what you're giving them, you've put lots of thought into it as well.
Okay. Well, I feel